Hey everyone, let's just jump right into this. Have you been watching the rapidly evolving landscape of artificial intelligence lately and feeling, honestly, entirely overwhelmed? If you've been glancing at the news or scrolling through your feed, it kind of feels like everybody overnight became an AI genius, right? And you might be sitting there worried that the train has completely left the station without you. Well, I am here to reassure you right out of the gate, you are not behind yet. In this explainer, we're going to completely transform how you view these tools. We're taking you from feeling totally overwhelmed to mastering the exact techniques used by the top experts.
It's literally the most common anxiety people have right now, that nagging thought of, am I already obsolete? But listen, here is the genuine truth that almost nobody is talking about. The vast majority of people out there still have absolutely no idea how to use these tools effectively. Sure, they might be playing around with basic text inputs, maybe asking a quick question here and there, but they are absolutely not tapping into the real power of the technology. So if you're feeling a bit lost or intimidated, you are in excellent company.
The reality here is staggering. Just by understanding the foundational concepts we're about to cover, you are going to instantly possess more practical knowledge than 90% of the people out there. Seriously. And if you actually follow these steps and implement them, you won't just be catching up. You're going to position yourself squarely in the top 1% of power users.
To get you to that top 1%, here's our roadmap, 5 simple steps. First, demystifying the AI engine. Second, the perfect prompt formula. Third, push versus pull prompting. Fourth, master and system prompts. And finally, future-proofing your human edge.
All right, Section 1, demystifying the AI engine. Before we can master the machine, we really need to strip away that intimidation factor and understand what it actually is.
Let's be crystal clear about something right now. AI is not magic. There isn't a tiny sentient being sitting inside a server box somewhere. It is essentially an immensely powerful pattern recognition engine. This engine has consumed vast, almost unimaginable amounts of the world's information, documents, books, forums, you name it. And it uses math to break all of that text down into what we call tokens. From there, it simply calculates and predicts the most logical next piece of text based on the specific context you give it.
Think of it like this. If you type, "twinkle, twinkle, little," the engine is practically mathematically guaranteed to output star, right? It's predicting the next logical token based on billions of recognized patterns it's seen before. This is exactly why when people give AI weak text message length prompts, they get weak, generic, boring outputs. But if you feed it highly detailed, context-rich information, the AI suddenly has a much larger, richer set of data to base its mathematical predictions on, and that results in highly accurate, incredibly useful output.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, the perfect prompt formula. Now that we know it's a math and pattern engine, let's figure out how to properly talk to it.
The secret sauce here is mastering these 4 vital steps. Step 1 is role. You have to tell the AI who to act like. Act like a world-class marketing strategist, for example. Step 2 is context. Give it all the background information, the documents, or the data it needs to understand your exact situation. Step 3 is the command. Make the implicit explicit. Tell it exactly what you want it to do. And step 4, this is where most people fail, is format. How do you want the answer? Do you want a bulleted list, a table? Or, hey, maybe you want to generate a YouTube video script complete with timestamps, camera angles, and B-roll suggestions. If you don't explicitly dictate the format, you're just going to get a giant unreadable wall of text. Nailing these 4 pillars absolutely changes the game.
Now, a quick warning before we go further. Please don't fall into the trap of tool hopping. You need to pick one singular platform and master it first. Think of AI like learning a musical instrument. If you try to learn the piano, the guitar, and the drums all in the exact same day, you're going to be terrible at all of them. But if you go deep on the piano, understand the notes, learn the rhythm, picking up the guitar later becomes so much easier. The same exact logic applies to AI platforms. Go deep before you go wide.
So, to help you pick your first instrument, let's quickly break down the big 3 based on what they're actually best at right now. If your work involves heavy creative writing, deep thinking, or coding, Claude is widely considered the top tier. If you need up-to-date research, you live and breathe inside the Google ecosystem, and you need to pull live web data, Gemini is going to be your best bet. And if you just want a fantastic all-arounder with excellent integrations and massive community support, ChatGPT is phenomenal. Pick the one that fits your daily life and just ignore the rest for now.
Moving right along to Section 3, push versus pull prompting. This is a massive mindset shift that will completely change how you delegate tasks.
Most people are totally exhausting themselves with what's called push prompting. It is exactly like giving a friend agonizing turn-by-turn directions to your house. Okay, turn left at the church, then go 2 miles, take a right at the red mailbox.
You are doing 80% of the mental heavy lifting. We want to upgrade you to pull prompting. This acts like a GPS. You simply type in the final destination, the exact outcome you want, and you let the AI figure out the most efficient route to get there.
Here is the exact step-by-step workflow for pull prompting. First, you provide the role and context, just like we talked about. Second, you state your outcome objective. For example, I want to generate a highly engaging YouTube video to convert new clients. Third, and listen closely because this is the magic phrase, you tell the AI, ask me all the questions you need to achieve this. Suddenly, the dynamic flips. The AI starts interviewing you. It pulls the necessary info out of your brain. Finally, you just use the voice-to-text feature on your phone or computer to easily answer its questions. The AI instantly generates the perfect customized result without you having to manually structure a single thing. It's brilliant.
Okay, Section 4, Master and System Prompts. We are officially crossing over into expert territory now, looking at how to scale and automate. A master prompt is essentially a highly detailed user manual for your life. If you don't introduce yourself to the AI, it is always going to sound like a generic stranger. By creating a master prompt, maybe you call it CEO profile or lead content creator profile. You document your life, your business, your specific tone of voice, and your goals. Save that as a document. Then, anytime you start a new AI session, you upload this master prompt first. Bam! It instantly gives the AI perfect personalized context. It goes from being a total stranger to an executive assistant who already knows exactly how you operate.
Next up, we have system prompts. Think of a system prompt like a foolproof baking recipe. You can have all the right ingredients, but the exact sequence determines whether you get a beautiful cake or a burnt pile of mush. A system prompt locks in that successful structure. So let's say you just spend 20 minutes getting the AI to give you the perfect workflow to generate YouTube video ideas and outlines. You then tell the AI, hey, create a system prompt out of this interaction. Now you've just built a little machine made out of words. You can use that system prompt tomorrow, next month, or hand it off to a team member, and it guarantees you'll get that consistent, high-quality output every single time without ever having to repeat your instructions.
And here is a massive pro tip if you really want to shortcut your learning curve. Some of the most complex, brilliant system prompts from the world's top AI companies have actually leaked online. Seriously, if you go to GitHub right now and search for system prompts and models of AI tools, you can find these massive, highly detailed instruction sets. Go study them. Look at how the top engineers on the planet structure their commands and then just reverse engineer those recipes for your own specific needs. It's a goldmine.
And that brings us to Section 5, future-proofing your human edge. Because as incredible as all these technical skills are, we really need to look at the bigger picture here.
As AI gets faster and smarter literally every single day, it's inevitably going to take over the dirty, boring, repetitive work. So, you might ask, what is left for us? Well, it really comes down to 3 deeply human things: taste, vision, and care. You need to develop your taste by immersing yourself in excellence. Read the best books, study top creators, figure out what greatness actually looks like so you know where to point the AI. You need vision. You have to actively schedule time to imagine things that don't even exist yet. And most importantly, care. Empathy, heartfelt connection, sitting down and celebrating with your team or your clients. Those are the deeply human traits that an algorithm is never going to authentically replicate.
The ultimate takeaway I want to leave you with is this. Machines can optimize what already exists, but humans imagine what doesn't. Your job is no longer to just be a robot executing tasks all day. Your job now is to imagine the destination, define the vision, and use AI as the ultimate tool to get you there faster than you ever thought possible.
Which brings us to my final challenge for you today. What is one single task you are going to delegate to AI today? It's time to stop just consuming explainer content and start actually executing. 10 minutes of action will always be 10 hours of theory. Pick that task, whether it's generating a YouTube video script, drafting a tricky email, or brainstorming a project. Apply that perfect prompt formula we just learned and start building your mastery right now. Just give it 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this totally changes how you work, and I'll catch you next time.